So the storefront on the 3DS was shut down a little over 3 years ago, and I thought we'd go back and actually explore what is still up and running to this day, because there is some things that are actually up and running on the storefront. I want to go explore that with you guys, so let's go check it out. Okay, so here we are on the actual system, and as you can see, yes, we are on the eShop. Like I was saying before, this was shut down over 3 years ago now, which is crazy to actually think about, that this was shut down 3 years ago now. Like, what? But yes, here we are on the actual eShop, and again, it is still up to an extent. Again, now you can't actually buy new games on here, and it does have a big giant banner. It is no longer possible to make a purchase. Like, it's already flashing this right in your face. But now again, that doesn't stop you from going back and re-downloading some software. But before we actually look at what I can re-download, I do want to explore the Nintendo Selects. So you actually do have some stuff left up on here. Now again, like, you can't actually make purchases. It just says this software is currently unavailable, but it's kind of cool. You can go back and actually check out some of the stuff that was on here. Again, they left the Nintendo Selects part of the store up. Why they did that, I don't know. Someone at Nintendo, I don't know why they would do that. Again, here it is, and there's Mario Maker. So the thing with this version of the game, I never owned this one. I had it on the Wii U, like most people did, because the problem with this version of the game is that you had to download levels over Street Pass. You couldn't actually just go on the internet and download levels. You just couldn't do it. I don't know why that was a limitation on the 3DS. Like, this thing had internet, so I don't know what the problem is. And look, you can click right into here, and you can actually see they do have screenshots, which is kind of fun and kind of neat to go back and look on. And you got like Star Fox 64. I was never really too big on Star Fox, but Super Mario 3D Land, people really rave about this game. I don't think it's that great, guys. I'm sorry. Something about it just isn't. And also, for Link Between Worlds, I just have not played this game. Here is my copy of the game right here, and there you go. But again, I've never played it, so like, I've heard it's really, really good. It's one of those things I actually want to look. It has a 10 out of 10 from Game Informer. I think that's so cool they have this on the storefronts. And then you got like Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. It was never one of my favorites. I did 100% the game. Again, Luigi's Mansion, the first one, is my actual #1 favorite game of all time. I have beat that 20 times. And no, I'm not understating that. I actually really did beat that game 20 times. And look at that. Zelda Ocarina of Time, they have the now $29.99 badge on it, because it's the Nintendo Selects. I think the whole thing with Nintendo Selects on this store was that every game on here was $29.99. They would pick the best games, and then they would just put them on here. Like, it was kind of a cool thing to do. I wish they would actually do that nowadays. They actually lost that moving into the Switch generation, the whole Nintendo Selects badge. I never noticed that until right now. And Tomodachi Life. This game is freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, I have spent so much time in this game. Like, it has a little demo available. I don't think that's very true nowadays. False advertising, Nintendo. But no, I used to play this game a whole metric wad ton of time. I don't even know that what I'm saying. I just spent a lot of time on it, and it was a lot of fun. But nowadays, the thing with this game in particular, on eBay, it is very, very expensive. I'll throw a listing up on screen of how what they're actually selling for. It's in the hundreds. Like, this game is crazy. And then you got like Nintendogs plus cats and all that stuff. And then Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. This game is really hard. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was a kid when I played it more. I found it really, really hard. Yeah, Mario Party Island Tour. Definitely a slop fest of a game. In my opinion, I'm just not big on Island Tour. It's just not one of those games that I've ever really called out to me, if I'm being honest. And then you got new Yoshi's Island. They always were big on using this new title for the 3DS, and there's that Selects badge. But here we are at the actual end of the store, which is really sad to see. There's not really much more to the store. They just kind of left this up, and why they left this up, I don't know. Again, it's kind of cool. You can go in and explore a bit. Like, we'll go into Yoshi's new island and take a look. Maybe look at some screenshots. Like, well, maybe we're gonna buy this. Like, who knows? Maybe we'll think about buying it right now. Oh wait, we can't. It's down. Now, this is pretty much the only reason that this is actually up today, is to be able to go into here and actually see and re-download things. Like, here you got Pokemon Picross. Now again, you guys can judge me all you want. Looks like we only have 5 titles here that we can actually re-download. I'm not actually sure what's in here, but there's Pokemon Picross, Pokemon Rumble World. I guess I played a lot of Pokemon games. And then, oh my, Pokemon Shuffle. What the hell am I doing? Oh, Nintendo Badge Arcade. No. Oh, that was so good. If you guys have ever played Badge Arcade, what a great thing that was. It like lets you add badges to your home screen. It's just such a unique thing in the 3DS ecosystem. I just wish we had that on modern consoles. Even like something like this, where it's just like, it had like, I'll put video footage of it on the screen. It had like a crane, and you would like pull up, you earn badges, and you can actually place them on your home screen to customize the system. Like, how cool is that? Are you kidding me? Why don't we have that nowadays? It's such a, like, you can do it in the past, you can do it again. 3D Streets of Rage 2, that was a big thing on this console, was the whole 3D games. If you guys remember back to those are really cool actually, if you've ever done that. They took classic games and then they made them 3D. Like, what a cool thing that is. Look at all this, and there's a second page. How many things do we have on here? And there's Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Now, this was a big thing back in the day, to actually have the game pre-installed on the system instead of a download code in the box like we have nowadays with so many more modern systems. It's so I just wish they would just have it downloaded. And would you look at that, we actually have Swap Note here, and it's telling me that we have an update available. Okay, so we're currently updating Swap Note, and oh, look at that. This is such a lost form of art nowadays. The whole animations and all that stuff. I know with like the Wii, even when you're doing like system transfers, they had like a bunch of Pikmin moving all your files. Like, what a nice touch that is. It's just so fun to actually go back and see this kind of stuff. I wish they would do this nowadays. So when the 3DS storefront actually did shut down, the prices of physical games for the system completely just went out of control, and here's Metal Gear Solid 3D. Now this one went up in value mainly because it was considered for the longest time to be the best version of this game to actually play. MGS2, this is the best version to play on the 3DS of all things, so people were actually paying a premium for it. Watch, I have it here. Yes, I own the game, but like I would still like to be able to, you know, have the option to actually buy the game at a low price of like, you know, like 19 bucks or something, or even I'd even pay a little more for it. Okay, so I actually did move over to my other 3DS to capture the rest of this video just to show you guys, but this is my Majora's Mask one. The one I was using before was not modded. This one is modded, hence we are on eShop. Now, like I was saying before, the prices of physical games are just like completely out of control. Now, I don't actually condone piracy, but if Nintendo is not selling them on the storefront and they are not profiting from it, I really do believe that it is only fair to go and get them yourself. Now, again, I don't condone it for legal reasons, but I will say that yes, eShop does exist, and it is a piece of Homebrew that allows you to essentially get everything for free. Now, again, you can get pretty much anything. There's like game trailers and a bunch of different stuff in here. It's definitely worth a look to go check this out at some point, especially if you have a modded system or you're planning to mod one. It's a good look. And also, I do want to mention as well that there is another thing in the works, and it's called Brewtendo. And what that essentially is its goal is to revive the eShop. And what do I mean by revive the eShop? Now, when I say revive the eShop, Brewtendo is supposed to essentially make it so that you launch into an application and it looks exactly like this, just fully fleshed out, and that you can actually download everything. So essentially the idea is it's taking eShop, which is already great, and it's taking the original eShop and it's just like merging them into one so that it's like eShop that looks like this. And that's like the coolest part, is it's gonna eventually be something that you can use to just be able to actually download games. Since buying them online, it's becoming so expensive and Nintendo doesn't even profit. So that was the 3DS store in the modern era, which is really sad to see. Yes, you can only download software from it. You can't buy anything new like we've seen. It just sucks to see where the actual prices of physical games for the system went. It got really expensive and out of hand. Even though I own a whole bunch of them, I still wish I had the option to go and buy a brand new digital game or something if I wanted to, even if it's for a virtual console, because I've completely lost the ability to do so, and it only leaves me to eBay or piracy, which both options I'm not a big fan of, so it is what it is. But if you like the video, make sure to give it a like or dislike it if you don't like the video. Comment down below your thoughts. Do you own a 3DS? Have you tried eShop? Or what is your fondest memory of the 3DS store? How many games on the 3DS store can you re-download right now? Let me know. I'll make sure to read it, and I will see you in the next one.